Nobody told you this was going to happen. You didn't win the lottery, you didn't get a viral moment, but something in your life has quietly shifted, and you're not sure what to call it yet. Maybe you've started making different choices, slower choices, choices that confuse the people around you. And deep down, you're wondering, is this what it actually looks like? Here's what most people get wrong about wealth. They think it announces itself: a Ferrari, a vacation photo, a flashy watch. But the kind of wealth that actually sticks, the kind that changes your entire life trajectory, it shows up in ways that are almost invisible, ways you could easily miss. I'm going to show you 10 of them. And by the end of this, you're either going to realize you're already on the path, or you're going to understand exactly what you've been missing. One more thing before we get into it. There's a specific sign at number 7 that most people have completely backwards. I'll get to it, but it might change how you see everything that comes before it. Sign 1, you've stopped trying to look rich. This one hits different. There was a point in your life, maybe not long ago, where you bought things to be seen. The car that was slightly too expensive, the outfit that cost a little more than it should have, the dinner at the place everyone posts about. That was never about enjoyment, that was performance. The first sign you're becoming new rich is that you've quietly stopped performing. You don't need the room to know. You start buying things because they serve you, not because they signal something. You downgrade the visible stuff and upgrade the invisible stuff. Better sleep, better food at home, a gym membership instead of a bottle service table. The people around you might think you've gone cheap. You haven't. You've just stopped paying a tax on insecurity. Sign 2, time feels different to you now. There's a moment, yet most people can point to exactly when it happened, where you stop trading your time like it's unlimited. You used to say yes to everything: favors, meetings, nights out you didn't want to go to, projects that paid nothing because you never know. Now there's a hesitation before you say yes, a small internal calculation that didn't used to be there. That calculation is the beginning of wealth thinking, because every truly wealthy person, not the ones who look rich, the ones who actually are, will tell you that time is the only asset that doesn't come back. When you start feeling that in your gut instead of just knowing it intellectually, something has changed. Sign 3, your relationship with money has gotten quieter. Broke behavior is loud, it's emotional. Money feels like a crisis when you don't have it, and it feels like a celebration when you do. There's a spike when the paycheck hits. There's anxiety in the week before it does. The whole experience is dramatic. New rich behavior is boring, and that's the point. You've built systems, automatic transfers, a savings rate that doesn't require willpower, investments that run without you checking them every morning. When money stops being emotional, that's not apathy. That's control. Morgan Housel put it this way in The Psychology of Money: wealth is what you don't see. It's the money that didn't get spent. The calm is the sign. Sign 4, you've started paying for solutions, not just things. There's a shift that happens in how you spend. Early on, you buy things, stuff, objects you can hold. Later, you start buying time back. You hire the accountant so you don't spend 40 hours confused during tax season. You pay for the meal prep so Sunday isn't a stress spiral. You take the direct flight even though it costs more because you've done the math on your hour. This is not about being lazy, it's about leverage. You've started understanding that your most important resource isn't money, it's the focused hours where you're operating at your best. And you've started protecting those hours like they matter, because they do. You've started paying for time back. That's not laziness, that's leverage. Sign 5, your circle has quietly shifted. Nobody talks about this enough, and it's uncomfortable to say out loud. But your environment is always either pulling you up or holding you down. When you start becoming new rich, your social world starts to feel slightly out of sync. Not in a dramatic way, it's subtle. You notice that certain conversations feel exhausting. The ones that circle around gossip, complaints, and why things can't be done. You're not better than those people, but you're moving in a different direction. Drop a comment below if you felt this, because I know I'm not the only one who's had a friendship quietly fade because you were both just on different paths. It happens. And it's one of the loneliest, most underrated signs that you're actually growing. Sign 6, you've started thinking in decades. There's a 31-year-old engineer named Eli. Works a regular job, no inheritance, no windfall. 5 years ago, Eli was thinking in weeks. Could he cover rent? What was he doing this weekend? Today, Eli thinks in decades. Not because he's rich yet, because he made one mental shift. He stopped trying to get money and started trying to build systems. He asks different questions now. What does this decision look like in 10 years? Is this a habit or a one-time thing? Am I building an asset or just earning a check? That shift from short-term to long-term thinking is one of the most reliable early signs of wealth in the making. It shows up before the money does, almost always. Sign 7, you're no longer afraid of looking boring. Here's the one I said would change things. Most people think wealth looks exciting. Travel, spontaneity, big nights out, risk. And they're not entirely wrong. But that's the wrong kind of exciting. The new rich aren't running from boredom, they're engineering it. The wealthiest daily habits are genuinely, profoundly uninteresting to watch. You wake up at the same time. You work your system. You invest the same amount every month without checking whether the market is up or down. You say no to a lot of things so you can say yes to a few. That repetition, that reliable consistency, that's not what poverty looks like. That's what compounding looks like. In every area of life. The new rich aren't running from boredom, they're engineering it. Sign 8, you've gotten comfortable with delayed gratification without hating yourself for it. There's a difference between deprivation and discipline. Broke people who are trying to save money feel it like a punishment. Every time they don't buy something, there's resentment. Every sacrifice feels like a loss. If that's where you are, you're not there yet. And that's okay, that's just honest. But when you start becoming new rich, delayed gratification stops feeling like sacrifice. It feels like strategy. You don't eat the marshmallow not because you're punishing yourself, but because you genuinely know what's on the other side of waiting. You've felt the payoff before, and that memory changes everything. Sign 9, your identity is no longer tied to your job title. Ask someone who's been in the workforce for 20 years what they do for a living, and watch how fast they answer. For most people, that answer is everything. Their worth, their identity, their whole social position. The anxiety of losing a job isn't just financial, it's existential. Because if you're not your job, who are you? New rich thinking starts to detach from that. You start building things outside your paycheck. A skill, a side project, a body of work, an audience. Something that would still exist even if your company called you tomorrow and said it was over. That detachment from a single income source, that's not arrogance. That's the beginning of real security. Sign 10, you've stopped waiting for permission. This is the one that ties it all together. At some point, without even fully realizing it, you stopped waiting to be told it was okay. You stopped waiting until the economy was better, until you had more saved, until things were less uncertain, until someone gave you the green light. You made a decision that whatever you're building, it's happening now, with what you have, from where you are. That's not recklessness. That's the one quality that every single person who built real wealth shares. Not luck, not timing, not even intelligence. Just the willingness to move before everything was perfect. And here's what I want you to sit with. These 10 signs have almost nothing to do with a number in your bank account. They're shifts in identity, in behavior, in the way you see time and money and risk and people. The money follows those shifts, it almost always does. But you have to become the person first. If even 3 of these landed, if you recognized yourself in them, you're further along than you think. And if none of them did yet, now you know exactly what you're building toward. Hit subscribe if you want more of this. We're not here for noise. We're here for the real thing.